You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome to this Saturday edition of Good Morning Vail. We're so excited you're joining us. Yes, we have just a couple days away until Halloween. We're so stoked for all the activities happening in and around our valley. Grab that cup of coffee, sit back. Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, as we all know as homeowners, updating your appliances is a very important thing to do. I know personally, I really need to do this very soon. We got to sit down and talk about home appliances. Let's check it out.
Hi, and thank you for having me. And I sure do spend a lot of time in my kitchen. It's basically my office, my food laboratory, my hangout space, and the heartbeat of my house. So reliability is key when it comes to our home appliances. Appliances are one of those purchases that will always be worth the spend. We want them to last, we want to ensure that they're high quality and high performance, and we want innovative technology. And of course, the resale value of our homes will always be there with top-notch, reliable appliances. So with that in mind, LG is ranked the #1 appliance brand in the US and was named one of America's most reliable line of home appliances by Consumer Reports, which means lower repair costs down the line so people can save money in the long run. That's a win-win. So what's new in the kitchen? From ranges to refrigerators, their appliances are beautiful and they're sleek, and they're also equipped with really cool, innovative features like AI technology and Wi-Fi compatibility. In other words, right from your smartphone, when you download their Think Q app, you could start to warm up the oven when you're on your way home in the car from work or when you're driving a carpool. Or you could even check what's in your fridge and whether or not you need to stop at the market and pick up milk. And it's not just your phone. The app also allows you to connect your appliance controls to your home Wi-Fi, which is great for folks like me who use either Google Assistant or Amazon Alexa. The LG appliances also have Energy Star certifications, which is near and dear to my heart because that means that they save water and electricity, so they're better for the environment. A huge bonus. And their ranges are truly unique. This one has 2 high power elements and 2 low power ones, so it could not only bring water to a near boil quickly, I'm thinking about pasta, but will also simmer my tomato sauce without scalding it. And it's fantastic for baking and even broiling. Now, because I spend so much time in the kitchen playing with food, you know that I'm also intimate with the laundry room. Imagine my sauce splatters, soup spills. Listen, if there's a mess to be made, trust me, it has happened in my kitchen. LG consistently stands out for its beloved full-size washers and electric dryers, like this pair. They both have built-in intelligence that selects optimal wash or dry settings for you. So it takes all of the guesswork out of doing your laundry. You just tell it your load size and it will literally figure out how much water is needed for the wash and how much heat and time duration is needed for the dryer. It is so incredibly cool. And just like the kitchen appliances, their washers and dryers have smart features, so you can control things remotely from your phone or from Google Assistant or the Amazon Alexa. I love that so much. And also, the best part, there is a huge range of competitive prices. So whether people want a high-end range or a budget-friendly dryer, they have choices for everyone. You can go to LG.com to check out all their amazing products, and you could also find them at your local retailers.
Good morning, Vail.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Yeah, man.
You know TV8 Vail has great local content, but did you know about our production services? Hire an expert to develop your website reel, commercials, live stream events, studio production, and more. If you can dream it, we can help you do it. TV8 delivers high-quality content in both English and Spanish. Contact us today to discuss your next project. Email Danielle at tv8vail.com or call 970-628-9881.
This show looks at anything that has an engine and a story told by the owners. This is a scooter. Have you had it the whole time?
I have not. It's actually the third time I've owned the car.
Sell, regret, sell, regret. To the actual prototype GT40, I got to sit in that car.
Oh, I gotta get me one of these, man.
We've got all the muscle, the speed, and the stories.
I got stage 4 cancer. A bunch of friends came together and decided that this thing needed to get done, man. A lot of friends came together and made this thing happen.
Hey, if it has an engine and a story, you're going to hear about it on rides. Almost every vehicle, doesn't matter what walk of life you're from, there's some tie to your past.
Welcome to Hiring America, the television program that helps veterans find jobs and transition back into civilian life. Hi everyone, I'm Gigi Stone Woods. I'm truly honored to host this vital program. Reach out to the opportunities you see on this program by logging on to our website, hiringamerica.net, and by following us on social networking sites such as Twitter. We'll keep that information available throughout the broadcast and on our website 24/7. Now, let's get down to business.
For the latest and greatest trends in pop entertainment, Popstar Today brings you compelling celebrity lifestyle stories that matter most to you. From movies, music, TV, and streaming shows, to fashion, social media influencers, and the latest on who is seeing who. Join host Elizabeth Stanton as she digs deep and dives in. This is Popstar Today.
Welcome back to the show. Now here in Vail, we have tons of awesome athletes, and one of those people is Rob. He has been out and about and around for the mountain games for years here. Let's take a look. Ross sat down and talked with him.
Welcome back. The GoPro Mountain Games are one of the best events we host here year-round by the Vail Valley Foundation. It is the first weekend in June, 6th through 9th this year. And joining us now is one of the Mountain Games athletes, Robbie Prechtel. Robbie, how we doing?
Doing fantastic. Lovely to be here this morning.
You loved that kind of intro, didn't you?
I did. Did you see that graphic?
Pretty
it was
special.
amazing.
Nice, yeah. Robbie has been kind of a long-time competitor in the GoPro Mountain Games. When did you first start?
I tried my hand at the Ultimate Mountain Challenge in 2011.
Okay, awesome.
And yeah, we'll
just leave that tried your hand.
Yeah, tried my hand. Well, I didn't know how to kayak. I had never really mountain biked before. I was into trail running, and I had done some road biking. And so this was a combination of all of those, and the goal was to accumulate time, and the lowest time overall won. So Josiah Middaugh, a local legend.
You're going
here,
against Xterra triathlete champions.
I was definitely out of my league in that. Specific event, but
you're a big rafter, and I see your name on that podium all the time, and now you're taking down the Jacksons and stuff.
So I actually had never been into whitewater until one of my buddies who was a guide with me up at Adventure Ridge. He was also a whitewater guide for Lakota, a local rafting company, and he invited me to try out for the U.S. men's rafting team, and that was my original introduction to whitewater. So from there I kind of moved into kayaking, and finally over the last 4 or 5 years really gotten to the point where I can kayak class 4, class 5 water, and have really enjoyed getting to interact with Dane Jackson, Nick Troutman, a couple other professionals that show up to mountain games.
And these are legends in the sport.
Totally. They some of the best kayakers in the world, and I think that's the cool thing about the mountain games, is that you can show up to this very authentic event where you have mountain sports, arts, music, and you get some of the best in each of their fields. So if you are into any one of those 3 things, or just enjoy nature, I think Mountain Games is the best event that the Vail Valley Foundation puts on.
Definitely. I mean, it's really is one of the world's biggest celebrations of athletes, arts, and music in the mountains. That's really what it is. You hit on it. If you don't know, it's mountain biking, trail running, whitewater activities. There's climbing. There's so many activities with concerts going on and vendors everywhere. You don't want to miss it. And I got to say, if someone asks you to compete in it, just say yes, like Robbie did. If someone asks you to just do it and get in there.
Yeah, I would say that's the biggest thing that I learned when I first competed was everybody here is so inviting, so nice. Although it is competitive, it's not one of those ones where people are going to look down on you or judge you. Just go out there, have fun. And there are a lot of actually fun events like the mud run and
Peppy Space.
Well, you also have dog competition. Come on now.
Something for everyone. There's seriously something for everyone. So, Robbie, how does it feel being a Mountain Games athlete? This is kind of new this year, naming some athletes. How's that kind of feel?
Yeah, I always wanted to be an athlete. That was like my goal growing up. Through high school and college, I played sports, but never had the right recipe to make it. But to be selected as a Mountain Games athlete, and I mean the caliber of the other athletes on this team is pretty ridiculous. We got some locals in there, and then some people from out of state, but it feels really good. I'm excited to see what this experiment brings. I think because I enjoy the event so much that, I just want to promote it and promote myself and help these other guys kind of do the same.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and again, it's coming up in June, but I mean, they're planning for
5th through the 8th, I think.
They're planning for that year round. 5th through the 8th. I think it's 6th through the 9th, but we will figure that out.
Somebody check that out.
We will figure that out behind the scenes here. But I mean, you're always an ambassador for the Mountain Games, and it brings people in from really all over the world. There's slackliners there. It is just such a fun event.
Yeah, Davis Hermes, a local kid.
Davis Hermes, a world slackline champion, also a Vail ski patroller, just a legend out here. What's like your favorite thing about? I mean, it goes by in a blur. What's your favorite thing about that weekend?
The energy.
Yeah.
It's the kickoff to summertime. A lot of other events that I find in Vail feels a little bit stuffy sometimes, or just the quality of the people that show up and all of the events that are going on.
We got dogs jumping.
I mean,
you can go on and on here.
It's electric.
Yeah, and having been on the inside there, the schedule is just packed. Like it is jam-packed with something from sun up to sundown, the concerts at night. You check out those concerts at the Amp?
Sometimes I get to shoot as a photo video guy, I end up there. If nothing else, you can be outside listening to the music. It's always good. Maybe this year will be my year for music. We'll see.
So you mentioned like you'd love to kind of be an ambassador for the games and yourself. How can people follow along your journey? Like you're out there doing some wild stuff in the summer and in the winter, but how can people kind of follow along and see your path?
I like to hide behind the scenes mostly, but I do have a couple Instagram accounts. That's probably the easiest way to follow me. One is @AllToothBob. That's my real professional name there.
Where does that name come from?
At some point, my teeth got knocked out, and so I didn't have a front tooth for 2 years. And then I got them back, and someone was like, "All-Tooth Bob!" And then my other newest creation is Bobby Segoy.
Okay.
And he's just out there doing good things, nice things for people. So follow along, go out there, do some good things, nice things, and hopefully we see you on the streets.
I ran into Robbie up at the Villard Performing Arts Center one night, and he was dressed to the T's, and he said he was classy Rob that night. So a man of many hats, but forever wearing an ambassador of the GoPro Mountain Games.
Amen.
What are you looking forward to this year? They're always something new, kind of pushing the envelope always there. But what are you excited about this year?
I just look forward to getting on the water and getting to interact with people that I see once a year sometimes, and then also with all my friends.
Yeah.
I got a lot of people in town who show up to the games and go out there, and whether it's for recreation or for competition, it's just good to be out there.
For sure. And
sunshine.
And if you're out there, keep an eye out for Robbie Prechtel on the podiums because he is up there a lot.
Hopefully.
What happened last year was a good year, right? How did you do
last year? Was a good year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ended up winning most of my kayak events and podium on everything else.
Yeah. And one of the biggest things about the GoPro Mountain Games is an insane prize purse. Like there's a lot of money and prizes with some of the sweet sponsors that they have coming out, Yeti and all these people. What do you do with all your medals and all your swag that you get?
I try to keep some stuff for me, but I try to give away some stuff. I'm trying to pare down all of the things that I have.
I mean, if you get an athlete bag,
you know how many water bottles I have?
Socks?
Too many. Yeah. You need a water bottle? Come see me. I'll get you one.
It's so great. It's so great. It's crazy that it's months away, but yeah, the planning's going on. And the Vail Valley Foundation also hosts the Birds of Prey ski races coming up. You checking those out up at Beaver
I'll be
Creek?
up there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's exciting. It's fast. Hopefully this year we get some good weather and some great racing.
So great, and this year they're bringing back, or not bringing back, but women will be racing here for the first time in a while. So that's going to be exciting. GoPro Mountain Games, any tips and tricks for people coming out here first time or last time? Got about a minute left here.
A minute left. That's a lot of time for me to explain that.
I would like some of that minute as well, but...
Yeah, done. Tips and tricks, show up, sign up, and just get out there and do something different. Whether you're comfortable with it or not, there's people out there who can help you get through it. And then make sure to check out the art and music. There's some fantastic artists out there.
That first weekend in June is kind of where it is every year. Robbie, thanks so much for joining us, man.
Hey, thank you. Pleasure.
Stoked to see you here. We'll be right back with the rest of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Next up, we've got a special duo from two of the best voices in the bluegrass and country genres.
We know you're going to love this one from Melanie Cannon and Willie Nelson. Here's Back to Earth.
Songs our love created, I still sing.
rain.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
I'm Jason Kennedy, and this is The Wager. Let's go, Wes! We've all heard about this pickleball craze. Celebrities are playing pickleball matches all the time, and they're challenging each other to these ridiculous bets. Now I'm bringing the cameras to their house with new celebrities and a new bet every week.
Hell of a rally there.
It's just real, genuine conversation.
I got invited to Usher's birthday party. What am I doing here?
And some pretty crazy antics.
Welcome to Nantucket Rope Bracelets. All of our stylish bracelets are handmade in our Nantucket workshop, using only the best non-shrinking line with soft, flexible finish. Find us at NantucketRopeBracelets.com and order your beautiful piece from Nantucket today.
It's time for the best coverage of the top stories in sports. The Sports Wrap with Jason Page starts now.
How do you make Anthony Edwards the face of your franchise if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves? We'll get into that.
And we say hello to our good friend Matt Verderam, who hangs out with us from SI.com. Their NFL insider, one of them, is hanging out with us on the program today.
Did you see Caitlin Clark last night?
She put up a 40-burger, hits the game-winning three as time expires.
Let's turn our attention to the Denver Broncos, one of the NFL's most dysfunctional situations.
The Sports Wrap with Jason Page.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, one thing I love about this valley is we have such unique and cool things happening all the time, like the spooktacular plunge for Special Olympics. Let's take a look.
Local police here do so much more than serve and protect. Of course, they do that very well, but also here in the town of Avon, they put together events like this Saturday, the Spooktacular Polar Plunge, to raise money for the Colorado Special Olympics. So that is an awesome event coming up on Saturday. And joining us now, everyone play it cool. We have Police Officer Al Zapata here on the couch. Officer, how we doing?
Doing great, thank you.
So Saturday, the Spooktacular Polar Plunge is coming up. It's been going on for years. Tell me a little bit about where it came from and what's happening this year.
Sure. So back in the early 50s, early 60s, Eunice Kennedy Shriver founded the Special Olympics. She discovered that there was a lot of the intellectually disabled that were being mistreated, so she founded Special Olympics just to engage them into games, into competitive spirits. And then back in 1981, Chief LeMunyon from the Kansas City police chief out of Kansas City, discovered the need that law enforcement needed to get involved, so he created the Law Enforcement Torch Run, where it was basically officers would run across the state and be sponsored by other individuals with donations just to raise money and awareness for Special Olympics. So we're the guardians of the Flame of Hope. And ever since then, it became a worldwide epidemic to where all law enforcement agencies around the world raise money for the Special Olympic athletes.
Amazing.
Yep, it is, and it's quite fun.
Yeah.
So for the last... since its inception, we've raised over $600 million.
Wow.
And this year, we're trying to raise $730,000 within the state of Colorado for 26,000 athletes. We're currently like 15,000 short, but we're still working it, and we're still pushing it. And this Polar Plunge is one of the events where we're going to push hard to try to see if we can get more.
Is this like a year-long push you guys do, or is it specifically around this?
It's a year-long push. We do other events. We do like the Tip a Cop, the Polar Plunges, plane pulls, buckets and badges, different events just to raise money, and it's all focused on the law enforcement team that does this.
That's awesome. I mean, I'm not sure if you can do this, but you know how when you go out and eat and stuff, they ask if you want to leave a tip? I think you guys should do that when you kind of stop people or have interactions with people. Ask them if they'd like to leave a tip for the Special Olympics.
The citation, right?
Yeah, right? No, I'm just kidding. Amazing. So it's on Saturday right here at Nottingham Lake in Avon. It's supposed to be a beautiful day out there, so that's a good sign because it is a polar plunge. But what exactly is it? What's the timing of it? What should people know if they're planning to attend?
So we're going to start our registrations. You can actually go online, and they have QR codes that they can do registrations online. And we also are going to start our registrations on Saturday morning at 9:30 to 10:30. And then the first team, which is the Avon Police Department, is going to go in at 11, and then teams will follow. And we'll have teams from like Eagle County Sheriff's Office, the State Patrol, Eagle PD, and Vail PD. So they'll all come out as law enforcement teams, as well as community members that come in and they join us.
Awesome. How do you describe like a plunge? We're not like swimming a lap around the lake, right? Are we just dunking our heads? What's the plunge?
Basically, so we're going to walk in on the boat ramp and get about waist high, and then like our chief will sit there and say, everybody down, and then we all go under and then come out. However, state troopers like to stay a little longer. Yeah, they like to dunk themselves like 3 or 4 times with the sergeant calling the cadence. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. And then I assume it's a community gathering too,
Yes,
right?
it is.
So everyone's out there. A lot of the Avon government officials are out there, the police obviously. But what's kind of that community aspect of it around the event?
So we try to promote inclusion of our intellectually disabled. We want them included into our community and let people know that everybody's one. We're all equal. And a lot of things that we do here in Avon for our Special Olympic athletes is they are employed, like with Home Depot, Walgreens, and various events, just for the inclusion part of it and just to raise awareness.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've seen it. We talked a little bit. I've helped with a Special Olympics basketball team growing up. But to see these kids, like the impact that this has, like you've seen it with your own eyes. Can you describe that impact that this does?
So yes, and as we discussed earlier, I love to attend the summer games over in Grand Junction every year, and we do it in June. And when a police officer in uniform appears and just puts a medal on them, their face is filled with excitement and joy, and it's a level of appreciation. We are very appreciated here in the town of Avon and in the county in general. However, just their face and their looks is just incredible. It just warms that heart up so much.
Yeah. It doesn't matter the color of the medal that they get. They
Nope.
don't even care if they win. It's just so cool to see them out there.
Yep.
And it's the purest form of kind of sport, really.
True.
And it's really just out there for the fun with a little bit of competitiveness. Back to the polar plunge. Obviously, you want to bring a change of clothes. I'm assuming towels. But like, if someone's never done this before, what are like your tips to get out there?
So I'm a fly fisherman. I don't like to get my normal shoes all wet, so I'll wear my fly fishing boots, and I get in there and keeps them all, they're designed to get wet.
Smart.
And then the Avon Rec Center will also provide a transportation to the rec center so that everybody can shower, change, and do whatever they back into warm clothes, as well as some towels. So that's part of it all.
Awesome.
Just come out, and the biggest thing is because it's the Spooktacular Plunge, if you wish on dressing in a costume, you're welcome to do so. And we do give out awards for the best costume. Highest fundraising team, highest fundraising individual. So there's little awards that you will get.
Very cool. How many people are we expecting?
Currently, we have 35 sign up, but it's moving up. So
It's moving, yeah.
It's moving up.
Everyone likes to look at that weather there. We got it pulled up right now. This Saturday at Nottingham Lake in Avon. Sign up with that QR code. Where can people go for more information if they need it?
You can go to the Special Olympics of Colorado website, and then they'll have the sign-in for the Avon Plunge, as well as other plunges that are going throughout the year.
Yeah, and then outside of this event on Saturday, how can people kind of be involved and kind of support you guys at the police force or work with the Special Olympics?
So we also do a lot of different tip of cops throughout the year. We'll visit, like we just did, Victoria, where the cops go out and serve people and just meet with the community. And then we ask that they tip their servers as they normally would, and then if they feel generous, they can donate to the Special Olympics as well.
Are you guys getting ready to shop with a cop?
Yes, that's coming up, and that's a part of our community-oriented policing initiatives. Yes.
I love seeing you guys out and about. Usually, it's all good out there. What else? Anything else people should know about Saturday?
So Saturday, after we're done plunging and everybody gets all warmed up, we will be meeting at Bob's, whereas we'll have a nice little reception luncheon with some food and everything, so everybody can just gather around and just talk about their experience.
I mean, this is a classic Avon experience. You get to enjoy a morning at the lake, you get to check out the rec center, and then stop by the classic Bob's.
Yes.
I mean, that sounds like a normal Tuesday for me. No, I'm just kidding. Outside of the plunging. Thanks so much for joining us, Officer Al.
Well, I appreciate
Anything
that.
else people should know? Anything else I should ask you?
No, I think we're good. We just would like everyone to come out and join us and have a good time.
Yeah, either sign up online before or just show up Saturday morning. Registration opens at 9:30. And I would recommend a costume. I think it's that time of year. Prizes to be given out. So check it out. The Spooktacular Polar Plunge benefiting the Colorado Special Olympics. put on by the Avon Police Department with everyone else involved. It's going to be a fun day out there Saturday. We will see you out there, and we will be back with the rest of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, we see one couple fall in love with a waterfront fixer-upper.
It sort of wrapped its arms around us and said, you want me, and we did.
And watch as another battles over the budget.
We're trying to look through and see where we can trim at this point.
Are you looking to trim it, Ginger?
No.
No.
Construction pros show us the right way to renovate.
Well, we had to do a roof over. We had to hand build a lot of the trusses.
As we're putting the thin set down, the self-leveler has a little clip that clips up underneath the edge of the tile.
Coming at you from around the world. The biggest names in sports, entertainment, and business.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's no way.
Exclusive access and one-on-one conversations.
Yeah, you guys really did some deep research.
I don't think we should give him any more information.
In depth with Graham Bensinger.
I'm Andrea Jackson. I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to
Mitch English and Andrea Jackson have co-hosted together for over a decade. And now, only on Daily Flash, they serve up a fast, fun, fresh perspective on the day's trending news and entertainment. Daily Flash offers the latest in pop news, celebrity gossip, fashion, health, wellness, and even some unscripted, irreverent, who knows what's next fun. Daily Flash with Mitch English and Andrea Jackson. Trending news and entertainment.
Think Big features top kid inventors who face off against each other to see who can come up with the most innovative and creative invention. In Think Big, kids acquire and showcase their skills in creativity, science, marketing, design, and don't forget, teamwork. Check your local listings and watch the world's most innovative kids. They create and invent new toys, games, websites, and new modes of transportation. Tune in to Think Big.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, the Leadville Railroad is one that you do not want to miss. You need to check it out. We got to sit down. Julio actually went out and talked to someone there at the Leadville Railroad. Let's take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can all see, we are on the Leadville Railroad today, joined by Assistant of Marketing and Sales, Claire Berger, who just very friendly greeted us today here on the train. We just did the Railroad Leadville ride. It was awesome. We got a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of snow. My nose might still be a little bit red. The ears are a little bit red, but it was a blast, Claire. Thank you for having us and showing us the Leadville Railroad today.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us. Today was truly a spectacular day. Like you said, we got all of the Colorado weather within the 2.5-hour ride. We had a wedding on board. We had a proposal happen. This was a fantastic day. It couldn't have gone any better.
And that's the magic of the Leadville Railroad. I think it's a space for families to come to share memories. Like you said, there was a proposal, there was a wedding, so it's the perfect opportunity to come on board and just share those special moments. And it was definitely very special for us. It was my first time riding it, so I got to enjoy it all and soak it all up. I love that you guys shared a little bit of history, a little bit of facts throughout the ride. So I loved getting to be on it and getting to chat with you here today a little bit about what you all do and what you guys offer. Tell me about your summer season. How was that, and how did that go?
Summer was amazing. We had such amazing weather. We had really nice full trains. We had lots of dogs this year. I think in one trip we had over 50 on board, which was crazy. But we just had a really easy summer. We had beautiful weather. Families came. We had a great time. Nice full trips, but definitely space to move around, which is great. And that's something you're able to do here on the railroad, is walk in between the cars. We don't keep you in your seats. We want you to enjoy the full experience.
Exactly. And I know that you guys are getting ready to transition into winter mode here in Leadville and here on the train. And people can come all year round because you have your Holiday Express and then your Winter Express after that. Tell us a little bit about that.
So the Holiday Express is my favorite time here on the railroad. We start on November 21st and we light up the whole train. We actually have 2 displays of lights throughout the ride as well, one that's brand new this year, so that's really exciting. We usually get a visit from the big man himself, the one in red, so always nice to catch up with him on the train. And then when we start our winter season, it's a really perfect place for people to come and enjoy the snow that don't necessarily want to be out in the snow. So you can stay warm, grab hot chocolate, hot apple cider, and just enjoy some disconnected time with friends and family.
Enjoy the beauty of winter too, because Colorado is beautiful all year round, summer, fall, and winter. And we might have to come back to check out some of those winter lights and some of that Holiday Express magic.
We would love to have you. Come back anytime.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Claire. Now tell me, we just got off the ride here, 2.5 hours, as you mentioned. Spectacular views, anything from forests. We get to see just the mountains that are all around us. What can folks expect when they board the train, and kind of what would you all offer inside the train?
So we offer just a beautiful scenic experience. When you start here at the depot, you're surrounded by the 2 tallest mountains in the Sawatch Range, Mount Elbert and Mount Massive. As we continue along, we're on Prospect Mountain for the most of the ride, which is part of the Mosquito Range. We're in the San Isabel National Forest. You get a lot of those beautiful evergreens and aspens, and then you even get to see the headwaters of the Arkansas River, which is really cool.
Lots of natural beauty surrounding the Leadville Railroad on the 2.5-hour ride that we just did here. Claire, what about where can folks go to learn more? If they want to book tickets, if they want to come on the Holiday Express, or anything that you guys have planned in the future, how can they do so?
Go to leadvillerailroad.com. We've got all of the information about our holiday trips, winter trips, and even some of our specials like our Sweetheart train ride in February. You can also book your tickets there. Click on any of our Book Now buttons and that'll navigate you to our schedule.
Claire, before we wrap up, tell us a little bit about how long the train has been in town and a little bit of a brief history overview on the Leadville Railroad.
Okay, sure. So this rail line was originally a passenger and freight line that ran all the way from Leadville to Denver. It transitioned over into a freight rail line for the Climax molybdenum mine, and then a local family named the Olsons bought this, and it's been running for the past 36 years as a tourist train ride, and we just keep adding to it, adding to the magic, adding to the fun, and we're going to keep going.
You guys are going to keep going, offering tons of fun stuff here on the Leadville Railroad, very history rich. So come on out to Leadville if you haven't already. Visit leadvillerailroad.com to book your tickets or learn more. And come on and check out those winter specials, or come any time of the year. Thank you, Claire.
Thank you so much.
We're going to take a short break, but we'll be back with more of the show after this, so stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is Sean McBride. He is the engineer here at the Leadville Railroad. Sean, we just went on the ride and it was awesome. Thanks for having us. How are you doing today?
Absolutely great to have you guys. I'm doing great. Trip went smoothly. We had a little bit of an elopement, a little wedding ceremony, and so that gave us the excuse to go a couple more miles than we normally would. But the trip went smooth. Everyone had a great time. The weather actually held out great. And as you can see behind us, it's kind of starting to roll in. So.
Yes, we did get some beautiful weather. We were talking with Claire. We got a little bit of all the seasons during the 2.5-hour ride of sunshine, snow. We got it all, and a very eventful ride with the wedding and the proposal and everything. So definitely a very pleasant experience. But we want to get to hear from you a little bit about what happens behind the scenes and what it is that you do as an engineer when we're all riding and experiencing the beautiful scenery.
Sure. So normally before the trip, we come in about 2 hours early, getting the locomotive fired up because it's effectively a giant 1950 Chevy. So it takes a little while to warm up, get ready for the day. We don't want to just fire it up and throttle it up right away. Want to maintain them, obviously. So yeah, we'll come in a couple hours early, get it fired up. The train crew comes in about 30 minutes later, gets the train all prepped and whatever, cleaned up for the train for the day. And then we come to the depot about an hour before departure. That gives us time to stock everything up. As far as behind the scenes for engineer, we prep the train, we make sure it's safe for the day. We do our walk-arounds, make sure all the brakes are going to go well with our air tests, everything like that. Make sure the locomotive is up to temperature with its fluids and everything is all ready to go. Biggest thing we're trying to do is have an uneventful trip up and down the hill. When it gets eventful, that's when it gets interesting, and that's when we have to put in the extra hours and put in the maintenance and everything like that. So, yeah.
I love that you mentioned safety because that's obviously a main part of your guys' job is keeping everyone safe. And as we're thinking about winter, you know, the roads are might get, you know, a little icy and stuff. How does snow and the winter weather affect a railroad, and how does that change kind of how you guys operate the train?
Sure. Yeah, so here in the Leadville Railroad, we're the highest standard adhesion railroad here in North America. The only railroad that goes higher than us is the Pikes Peak Cog Railway, but we like to say they cheat and they have a cog. So with that comes snowfall. We don't go all the way to the top of our line at 11,250 foot. We go about 9 miles out of the 13 miles that we have. Where we stop, we top out at just about 10,840 foot. But even then, we've been doing about 3 winters now of winter trains. This will be our 4th winter coming up. And we've got all the permissions and rights to do blasting. So we're not too concerned about avalanches coming down from way up the mountain, but more so what the train can cause. So we'll mitigate all that. And as far as if it starts snowing while we're up the hill, each end of the train has a plow, and they're good for 2 to 3 foot each way. We can plow around through it, but we try to do as much plowing without passengers on board as you can imagine. If we get stuck plowing and the rescue train gets stuck, well, I like to say everyone gets to learn how to snowmobile. But we've actually only ever had to cancel maybe 1 or 2 trips in the 3 years we've been running the winter. But everyone loves it. You'd be surprised the amount of Texans that come up and they're having snowball fights out in this open car right here and everything like that, and everyone just loves it.
There you go. Some helpful information about what happens here during the winter. As you can see, they are operating for the 4th year, so come on, check them out. They've got their winter and holiday express coming up, and you can always visit leadvillerailroad.com for more information. Sean, we'll let you go because I know you have to keep things moving here on the railroad, but thank you so much for joining us.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming out.
All righty. Stay tuned for more, guys. We'll be back.
Good morning, Vail.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Create fall memories in the heart of the Rocky Mountains. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, Bill Humbert is such an intelligent human being. We learn so much from him each and every time. Let's sit down and talk to him.
Are you looking to change careers? Well, did you know that November and December are the best months to do a new job search? And I'm joined by the expert recruiter guy, Bill Humbert. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Maddie. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us and always give us the best information. Now let's talk about why November and December are the best months to look for that new job.
You know, I sit in a very interesting seat with 40 plus years of recruiting experience and 26 plus years of career coaching experience. I know where both companies go wrong in their recruiting processes and also where candidates go wrong during their career search. And many candidates take off the months of November and December thinking nobody's going to hire during that time. And in some ways they're right, because in November, companies are in the middle of their process of getting the insurance all taken care of, and HR is just not interested and doesn't have the time to recruit. However, many of the best qualified candidates that I went after during the holidays were hired during November and December.
Now, why is that?
You know, it's something that it's hard to understand until I lay it out for you. There are three top reasons why the best qualified candidates are hired during the holiday season. Number one, for the companies and for the candidate's sake, fewer people are looking during that time, so they can really not have to deal with all the weeds, and they can go right to the best people and go after them right away and get them interviewed. Number two, companies by now have their budget set for the next year, so they know who they can hire in the first quarter. So those managers can say, okay, I'm going to start recruiting now instead of waiting until everybody else starts to recruit in January. And then the third reason is kind of cool. Except for those Ebenezer Scrooges out there, most everybody is, warm and fuzzy during the holiday season, so it's much easier to network.
And then, of course, why are the best managers actively hiring during the holiday seasons?
I touched on that very, very briefly, but let's go into a little detail. The best managers do not wait for HR. They go out and they start networking in their network and start looking for the best people, because they know they can interview them in December and November, extend an offer in December, and then start the candidate during the new budget year. So it doesn't hit their budget for this year, it just hits them in a new budget. And most importantly, they're taking that person off the street and they're getting them all set up, and they can just say to that person, hey, look, enjoy the holidays and I'll see you in January. And people love that.
People do love that. Now, what's a job seeker's suggested first steps as they're moving forward into looking for that new career?
So for the job seekers, their first step needs to be make sure that their resume is up to date and it has the words in it. I call it speaking the company's language. So companies have their own descriptions for the work that they want done, and candidates sometimes have other words that describe the same thing. We'll just simply switch those words so that your words mirror the company's words. And now the managers, when they're looking at your resume, they're going, this person speaks our language. This is great. So that's number one. Number two is to get out and network like crazy. Again, most people are feeling warm and fuzzy. Get out there and talk to them. Who do you know? Who do you feel I should talk to next? Don't ask are you aware of any jobs? Don't ask that question. It's more important to ask, who do you feel I should network with or I should speak with next? And then finally, by networking, make sure you track who it is that you're receiving leads from, and go backwards once you've accepted the job through those network links and thank each one of those people. And that way you will get help faster the next time because they know you're thanking them for helping them this time.
And then, of course, Bill, you have a great book that you recently published that gives people so many ideas, negotiation points, whether it's for a salary or benefits. And so where can people find your book?
So my book, Expect Success, The Science of the Over 50 Career Search, in the 5-star review, Joe Wysinski of Reader's Favorites Book Reviews and Award Contest, he said, you don't have to be 50 to use this book. I wish I had it 3 years ago when I was doing my search. And what I tell people is my 2 primary English professors from college, when they found out, they're up in heaven. And when they found out that I wrote a book that got a 5-star review, they said, Humbert got a 5-star review on a book? So it's a great book, and I use my recruiting knowledge to help candidates in a step-by-step basis to find their next position. And you can find it at the big bookstores like Barnes & Noble, but you can also find it through Amazon and independent bookstores. And I love to support independent bookstores.
Which is so incredible, Bill. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us and giving us all this great information. Now, if someone would like you to look over their resume, what's the best way for job seekers to get in contact?
It's very easy. Go to recruiterguy.com, and there's a red banner that says Contact Bill. Just click on that and find a time in your calendar and my calendar that we can chat, and I'd be happy to chat with them.
Bill, again, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us and always giving us all of this wonderful information.
Thank you, Maddie. It was great to be here.
Make sure if you're looking for a new job that you take the months of November and December to your advantage and use all of these great tips and tricks that Bill just gave us. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so don't go anywhere.
Good morning, Vail.
This is Necklace. This easy-to-use, non-surgical alternative improves the appearance of sagging skin around your neck and jawline. Made from medical-grade tape, Necklace lasts up to 10 hours, giving you a firmer, smoother look all day long.
This is the one that works.
Starting on one side, peel off to expose adhesive and affix it beneath your earlobe. Stretch the strip around the back of your neck until it reaches the other side. Remove the white backing from the other end of the strip and attach under the other earlobe. Go ahead and take your hair down.
Wow, look at that! Necklace really is the one that works. Women everywhere are thrilled with the results.
Necklace is my time machine, and I'm loving life again.
Necklace is way better than surgery. It's cheaper and it's easier.
Oh wow, took like 6 years off here.
Well, I like it. It's like a mini facelift.
Oh, it totally works.
Think I need a box or two.
Use the on-screen QR code or visit sagnomore.com to order now. We even give you a money-back guarantee. Try Necklace today.
Take the first game every one of us played in the schoolyard. Turn up the degree of difficulty to maximum, and then let loose some of the fastest and most agile athletes in the world to go one-on-one in what you have is the most extreme pursuit contest you've ever known. It's intense, it's addictive, and there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
Oh my gosh!
And if you haven't seen World Chase Tag before, here's how it works.
2 teams of up to 6 athletes compete in a series of one-on-one chases. Each chase lasts up to 20 seconds and has 1 chaser and 1 evader.
Opportunities for points on the board! Oh!
Whoever wins the duel stays on as the evader, and teams get 1 point for each evasion they make.
And it looks like the opening point for this competition.
It's the best of 16 chases to win the match, with a sudden death chase-off required to break any ties. It's win or go home from now on. Don't miss it.
Join host Madison Brown as she visits with guests ranging from country star Toby Keith to magician Tommy Wynn. Explores the kitchen from cake decorating to cooking Hawaiian style, all while exploring unique locations across the country. Check your local listings and tune in.
Good morning, Vail.
Thank you for spending this Saturday morning here with us on the couch. Good morning, Vail. We are so excited. Next week, Halloween, we have all the spooky things happening in and around our valley. It's such an amazing valley to live in, and we hope that you enjoyed this Saturday morning. We will see you tomorrow for more Good Morning, Vail.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
From small towns to big